Hi, I'm recording this video to get you started on the Tinkercad Circles project. So we are back here in Tinkercad like before, and I think this one is going to be a little bit more manageable and actually able to be 3D printed. So this semester I am learning Tinkercad along with all of you guys. So here we go. I'm going to create a new design here. Once again, I'm using a mouse just because I find it to be so much easier. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make a stand. So we're just going to get our cube. Just like last time, we used a lot of cubes, and I'm going to make this 5 high. I'm going to make it a little bigger, maybe 25 or so. Again, you can edit the values in here, which can be a lot easier than trying to drag it around. And I've got that. And now I want a pole to throw the rings onto. So first things first, I'm going to get my whole cylinder here. And it's a little unfortunate that you can't set a radius here. So you have to do each of the sides. So I'm going to make it 3. I think on the 2 sides. And then I'm going to make it, well, for the hole, I'm not going to make it very tall. So we want a hole in the middle that we're going to place our pole into. So how we do that is we select our base and we select the hole, and then we group them. So now you can see there's a hole. And now we're going to get our cylinder again, and we're going to set each side to 3. Just plop it right in that hole. There we go. I'm going to make it a little taller. So it starts at 20. I'm going to make it 25. A bit of a bigger target for us. So there's our base. And now what we want to do is we want to scroll down here in our shapes list, and we want to use the tube. Drag one of these in here. We want to make it smaller. I think 3 millimeters is probably fine. You could make it 4 or 5 though. I'm going to go with 3. Oops. 3. Right. Oh, we've got a circle. All right, we've got a circle. In this case, the radius is 10. So that can certainly fit on our pole. I'm going to adjust the thickness a little bit from 2.5 down to 2. Yeah. All right. But this assignment isn't about one circle, it's about circle relationships. So I'm going to do probably the most complicated one, which is tangent circles. And again, tangent circles only intersect at one point. So I need a point for them to intersect with. And it's going to be a little comical because we are going to try to print this. So here's our point. Just going to drag a sphere onto our workbench. That's a little big. I'm thinking about making this 2 for each side. 2. So that's pretty small, maybe 3 for each. 3 millimeters seems to be kind of a magic number in Tinkercad. So now I want to drag it over here and place it so that it's inside our other circle. So it's going to be our point of tangency. So now we need another tube. Actually, what you could do and what we made great use of last time is the duplicate function. So I'm going to select my tube and I'm going to do Command D. So now there's a second tube right on top of our original. So I'm just going to drag it over, and I'm going to make sure that these two intersect right there on one point. Now, if you want, you can make this a little more granular and scoop this over. Another thing, remember how I said that computers can't draw circles? Well, Tinkercad can't draw a circle. So right now, our quote-unquote circles are actually 24-sided polygons. So if we want a smoother surface, we can, of course, increase the sides maybe up to 30. Remember, as the number of sides increases, the closer it gets to a circle. So there's our tangent circles. And now go ahead and work on the other circle relationships with using various tubes. The last thing is that with the I didn't want that. With the concentric circles, you want to put supports in between the circles so that when it prints, it'll stay together, or else they're all just going to be disjointed circles. So actually, I'll just do a quick example with this tube. There we go. So if I'm making supports for this on the outsides to connect to a concentric circle, I'm going to use the cube again and minimize the that window. And I'm just going to make it really small here. Again, these are just little supports. I think 10 is way too long. I think we should go 4. Maybe not that short, maybe 6. Good. I'm just going to jam it in there. So again, how the 3D, that's maybe a little thick. So how the 3D printer works is it prints from the bottom up. And so if we jam it in there, it's just gonna print from the bottom, and then yeah, it'll print around and then out for that. So yeah, there's a support. If we want support on the other side, we can copy that or duplicate it. Undo our changes, and then we can move that over to here, and then we could duplicate it again, move that up here, and then we want to rotate it this way 90 degrees. That's good. Yeah, and that's going to be a support up there, and then you can make another one, and then a concentric circle outside, more supports, and then another concentric circle, as well as having intersecting circles. The color choices don't really matter. It's all going to be one color when you print it out anyway. So yeah, that should get you started on this assignment. Make sure you take a screenshot and submit that, as well as the STL file that you get by going to export and STL. And I will give these to Mr. Frankel, who will print them out, or will tell me I designed it wrong again and it can't be printed out. Anyway, that's all for now. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.